Mimi here, back on another video, and today, as you remember the title, yes, it's the truth. Your girl went to court. But as a witness. And if you like content like this, right, subscribe, like, to the newbies, to the new people that are watching this. Hi, my name is Amy, also known as Mimi. We're known as Mimi here. Welcome to the Mimi fam, and yeah, without further ado, let's get straight on with this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, alright, so the reason why I went to court as a witness was because I ended up in an accident. It was early September, right, there about last year. So for y'all to understand the reason why I went to court, y'all need to understand the actual incident, right? Yeah! So, and I will speak based on my perspective. I'm not going to speak on the behalf of other people, because it's what I experienced, and obviously I'm telling y'all this story time because this is one of the most traumatic experiences I ever had in my entire life, and that actually, like, but yeah, so last year, 2022, it was early September, and I was getting ready. You know that I graduated from high school. I was really pumped. I was excited for freshman year of college,
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
And that day, that specific day, I can't remember what exactly it was because I was last year, so last year I was getting ready for registration. So like I applied for the college I wanted to attend, and it was registration at that particular time. So I was getting ready for that. Now I was ready, I was excited, I was feeling myself because my hair was on point. My hair was like sis, what you playing with? Okay, I might show y'all a video on the side how it looked, but like, yeah, I was looking cute, and it was the date to take my ID as well, so obviously I had to look cute. Can't be looking all dry and stale and anything like that. So I took a bus because at that time I couldn't drive, still can't drive, but yeah, I took a bus, and the accident had happened like not even 2 minutes, like some seconds after, because where I am, it's like a junction. So a junction is a place where you had many roads going to different streets, and so the junction, I was standing up there for a bus, and then after I took the bus, right, little did I know, because of the position I was seated in, so within the bus I was going to town. And town, for Grenadians, y'all know, going to town is us referring to it as you're going down, and going to Grenville is us referring to it as you're going up. So I was going down to town to get my shit done. But yeah, so a few seconds after, before the bus could actually leave the junction properly, like it was slightly around the corner, based on where I was in my view, I was sitting on the left hand side of the bus, and it was one of those movable seats that I could, well, it speaks for itself, it's a movable seat. So because I was sitting on there, all I just saw was that the bus did an abrupt swing to the left, like so further to my side, and I heard a loud bang. So mind you, this whole thing, everything was like, it happened quickly, obviously, because it's an accident and everything happens at the same time. So I heard the bus swing that way, and when the bus swing left, I didn't look, like, your human instincts would tell you if it's like danger or whatever, your body would react differently, right? So my body reacted, like, because I heard it's like I was preparing to hear a shatter. But yeah, so the bus swing left. When the bus swing left, my seat break down, because remember I told y'all it's a movable chair. My seat break down. The person in front of me was sitting on another movable seat as well, and it went back. So he went back, as in like the chair. Let me say he as in the chair. What?
Stop it. Get some help.
the chair that the man in front of me was sitting on, it went back and it had pressure on my legs. So the bus swing left, glass shattered, and when that glass shattered, y'all, my face was turned like this. So like as soon as I see the bus turn left, like my face turned like this, and like it's like I think I knocked my head, but like I couldn't see properly for like a little while. But yeah, so the bus got hit by a van. It was a gray van, and the seat that the person was on in front of me, his legs, my legs were pressured by that for a little while. Like everybody was trying to scram out of the bus because obviously it got hit, and the bus was smoking after a little while after the hit too. Okay, so that's what we all say it. God, no matter what situation you're in, God will always have, and especially if you're praying. And I remember I did pray, like I've been praying every single day. I've been praying about being like having protection over me when I'm going to school, over my friends, my family, my everything. So I did pray before I actually started the day. So I think I would most believe that the situation could have been worse, yes, but like because I prayed and because I actually put my trust in the Almighty Father, He actually saved my life. Okay, so yeah, and after all of that trauma happened, right? So after the bus got hit, we were outside. So yeah, my phone died, but we were outside. So after the accident had happened, right? Car hit bus, and we squirm out, obviously. I was crying. Okay, you can't blame me for crying because I think I could show a clip. There was a clip. I might show y'all a clip of actually how the accident happened. But yeah, so I was really crying and traumatized because I was not expecting that. Like imagine he was so happy, he prayed, he was about to have a good day because he was expecting to like go do you, in a sense that like I was preparing to go to TAMCC, like get my registration stuff done. And then imagine you had that tragic, that proves to show you that anything can happen. Okay, so after that, a few moments after, the police officers came. They gave some of us some paper so that we could report a statement, but obviously not the day after, or like probably like I think it was Wednesday or like a week after I did do the report. But yes, so after the accident had happened, I was just to the side and I was crying. An individual from TAMCC, and that was really shocking, like an individual from TAMCC itself, they were he was a president, right? I'm not gonna call names, so we will call this person P. Okay, so P came up and he said that, oh, you are going to TAMCC. I was like crying, like I was literally bawling my eyes out because I was scared. And he asked if I was going to TAMCC, and I said yes. So obviously my ugly crying voice. And he said, oh, well, that's okay because I'm going to TAMCC right now, and I could inform them that XYZ is the case, the accident happened and all of that, so I have to postpone because it was a schedule. I had to go based on a schedule. So I must go that particular day to take out my picture. So I said, okay, cool, no problem. And then he went ahead and tried to see if he could comfort any other persons that were in the accident. A woman came up to me, she gave me a hug. Now mind you, right, I told my friends that I was coming, right? But like none of them didn't really know that I ended up in an accident until I called. And I was trying to call. I called my mom, I called my friends, and they called me back. And then when I tell them I was in an accident, it was like, what? And then but yeah, it was just this back and forth chaotic moment because I was honestly traumatized and I didn't know what to do. I called my best friend as well, and he was whoa. He didn't take it too well. He thought it was somebody else that was just saying that, and he thought that I was like really in a terrible state. But yeah, then the ambulance a few minutes after came for some of the people that got a really bad, well, not to the point of extent of fatal injuries, but they got a little severe, like a mild injury, right? But I didn't go with the ambulance because, to my surprise, my aunt was at home and she was working. Okay, she was going to work, and then somebody called out her name, and that's the only how I realized that, oh, my aunt is passing. So where I was not really in front, but I should say that the accident itself, where it had happened, it was blocking the whole vehicle, my aunt's vehicle, right? So I couldn't see. I only heard the voice. I only heard someone call her name, and then that's when I rushed out, and she was rushing towards the actual accident, and then she asked the police officer to excuse me from the scene, right? So he granted her permission to take me off the scene, and then I went to a private doctor. The private doctor examined me, and she gave a prescription to me. So yes, that was the time of the accident. Obviously, that my people that care about me, they were worried at the time, like during the whole experience, they were worried. And yeah, but I'm all right as of now, as you can see, because I am okay. And I didn't get anything too fatal. I just had some minor headaches and a swollen leg, a bruise on my ring finger area, but it's all good now. And right, so that was the actual accident itself. So we fast forwarding now to last week. So we're going to last week. Probably you could say, I think it was Thursday, I can't remember, but it was last week, right? And I was preparing myself for school. So I was washing something outside, and then Adriana, my cousin, like, she was coming down from school. She was coming down in the yard, and she came to me and she told me, well, actually, I don't know what she was doing, bro. But my cousin came and tell me, like, yo, somebody's calling you. And mind you, that was like 8 o'clock at night, and I would believe it was like around 7:30 something, 8 minutes to 8 at night. Like, who does that? But anyways, people in Grenada. So it was a police officer, right? And he said, this is a summon for you to court. Now my poor little self, I don't know, I never been a part of this thing, so obviously I'm going to question and think about it, and was like, why am I going to court? And he was like, based on the accident that happened last year. I was like, oh,
shit just got real.
Right. So if you can't, I was trying to say, if I can't go, because I'm doing 3 majors right now plus an elective, so it's like I don't have time. I really don't have time for this. So he said, no, you have to make time to go, because for legal reasons you could get arrested. So imagine my little self going and get arrested in school because I didn't get to go to court. So I was like, okay, sir, thank you. And then he was asking us other questions about if you know this person based on the list of people he have. I was like, no, because my mind was, I'm sorry, but my mind was sidetracked to yo, I had to go to court. Reality just checked. And I went back down, told my grandmother. Oh yes, and prior to the actual summoning message, right, that was same last year, right, I did a police report based on the accident, and then I was like, I really do hope that I don't have to go to court for this. And the police officer was like, nah, I don't think so. It all depends on the judge. What the judge, y'all serious? Late 2020, not late, early 2023, I had to go to a court case about something that happened last year that I can't remember fully. But yeah, so back to now, when we're talking about the whole summoning, right? So when he said that, the day of getting this, I told my mom, I told grandma, told all my close people. They tell me you shouldn't be worried and stuff like that. So we're going now to the actual day of the court case, right? And the actual day of the court case was Wednesday the 4th, Wednesday the 8th, right? The 8th of March, right? So that was the day of the court. I wasn't really like the days before. I was kind of nervous, to be quite honest with y'all, because this would be my first time actually attending certain things like that. And on the actual day, I was kind of chill. I was calm, you know. So all my people again, they wished me good luck and stuff like that, because obviously if the defendant plead guilty, then obviously, let me say guilty, not guilty, then that would mean a whole back and forth story and situation, and then I would have to testify my side of the story, and I don't want to do that. Like, once you have nobody. So yeah, the day of the court, no, it wasn't really, it was at 9, so I mean it was a little bit after 9, to be honest, because those of you who know all they know, y'all know really that. But yeah, so it was a little, they called the names of the people related to that case. Obviously they called the name, you had to stay present, and within that time, right, they said the report of the bus driver, right? So they read the statement of the bus driver, and that what was surprising, actually it wasn't surprising, and all the judge really asked me was what injuries. It wasn't just me, it was me and another woman, an elder woman, and she just asked us our injuries. I told them my injuries. I couldn't remember every single detail, because remember, y'all, that was last year. Yes, it was traumatic, but also I was trying to learn to try and forget that incident that had happened as well, because for me it don't make no sense going back and reminiscing on it. I mean, yes, it's going to be a part of my timeline for life, but it makes no sense trying to like go back and remember every single thing, you know. So yeah, she asked that, and then afterwards the judge told us that she would not be able to compensate. Obviously they're not supposed to, I don't think they're supposed to compensate you for your injuries and stuff like that. And that court case was, and it finished, it was done, closed, wrap up, you know. So yeah, and to be honest, I thought they would have interrogated me, but I only think that would happen if the person did not. But yes, so that was basically my experience, and my aunt came along with me, not the one that went with me to the doctor, but my other aunt. She went with me for support, you know, and that actually boosted my confidence more. I told you before, I wasn't really anxious, probably felt less anxious, mainly because I had some form of relative with me. So yeah, and that was it. That for me, this first experience going to court just as a witness, not anything like pressing, because a girl is a good girl, okay? She's a good girl. I don't mess with the law. So for that particular reason, I say that my first experience wasn't a very severe one. It was actually a very mild experience for me. And so yeah, if you do like content like this, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, bye y'all. See y'all in the next video.